Good afternoon. I'm making this video for Zia, and I am driving to school like in every single one of my videos because that's the only time I have time to make videos. It's so hot in here. Sorry. I'm just getting started. I don't think I've talked all day. You know those days where oh shit. Okay. This lady was practically throwing her baby into the street. But you know one of those days when you wake up and you don't say a word until like noon? Well, I woke up at noon and right now it's like 3:30, so my roommate wasn't home and my mom asked me to call her, but every time she does it's like just nagging, so I'm like, oh, I'm putting this off. So this is actually the first time I'm actually vocally talking today. So, you know, like how you need to get used to it before, like, I'm not used to my voice yet. Every day I have to get used to my voice again. So yeah, I'm driving to school. There's a bunch of tree branches in the road. Yeah, and I'm making this video for you, Zia. I'm not very well dressed like I was in my last video like 3 years ago, but that's okay. It's too hot for that shit. What do I have to talk about? This is a much longer drive than I usually have. I'll probably just cut out the boring parts. And so this car is way louder, so I don't know how badly you will not be able to hear me. I don't care. I'm making this video using my old phone stand, which is like, this car's windshield is very like, what do you call it? Like, there's a word for it, and I'm blanking out. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do group projects today if I can't think of this word. You know, like when the windshield is like curved more, like more horizontal than it is vertical. I guess that's a good way to describe it without remembering the word. So when I like mount something on the windshield, it blocks like half the windshield because of how vertical it, oh, Maserati! Oh! I'm sorry. That car was very sexy. And I just got T-boned almost. I forgot what I was talking about. This is how I am in class. I'll just sit there and then I'll think of something. You know what I do a lot? I just sit in class and then I'm like thinking of a funny moment that happened like a month ago at work or like wherever something funny happened, and I'll just bust out laughing in the silent classroom when the teacher's lecturing. I feel like such an idiot. I'm like, it's just, when it's that, I shouldn't say the class is boring. It's not boring. It's just I have such bad ADD that the most interesting subject will be interesting to me for a good 20 seconds. Unless I'm passionate about it. When it's cars, I will talk to you about cars all day. So yeah. It is 3:34. Oh, what the fuck are you doing? I almost got hit twice today. Watch, I'm staring at him in my rearview mirror. I don't think he's sober. He's coming out of the sketchy motel that is always surrounded by cops. So yeah, that should say a lot. Anyway, yeah, it's 3:34. My class starts at 4. So I should be on time as long as the freeway isn't ridiculously backed up like it often is at 3 p.m. Hello, this car. It's not comfortable at all, but it's fun. That's why when I was driving your Honda the other day, I was like, holy shit, this feels like a Rolls Royce. Like, it's that comfortable compared to this. That's why I want you to drive this. A normal stock Focus, it would be like, whatever, boring. But the shit I did to this thing, oh my god, it's not boring and it's very uncomfortable. but it's worth it. I don't regret any of this. I put bushings and I put solid motor mounts, which doesn't sound like it would do a lot, but it just totally changed the whole characteristic of the car. I put transmission mounts so the car like kind of jerks forward every time it shifts, so it feels very lively, and it's super stable on the freeway. This video is for you, not for my car. I should stop talking about my car. Oh, there we go. Now it's slowing down. There we go. No, it's actually not bad. I over-speculated. You know what's scary on the freeway? I can't turn the phone around to show you, but I'm driving next to one of those car carrying rigs. And it has like 10 cars on it. And I will never drive behind one of those. It's too sketchy. I don't trust how well they're secured. Okay, now we're slowing down. I'll drive in front of one of those. What the fuck? Someone has their... No, it's just something... The car in front of me's reverse lights are on. Like, I'm positive those are reverse lights. But they have it wired wrong. I think they just replaced their bulbs and they fucked up somehow. So yeah, 78 freeway at 337. It is horrid after Rancho Santa Fe, going east. Do you like my glasses? I actually really like these. They don't go with everything I wear, but they are perfect for a t-shirt and jeans kind of day. You know what? They might go with my collared shirts. I don't know. I'll have to test that. Why do I talk about fashion so much? It sounds so gay. Not even Victor talks about fashion this much. Although, I always critique what he's wearing when he wears something obscure. Like, when he wore, you know that vest he wears? Like, it's like a very puffy vest, and I'm like, I don't know, I just taunt him about it. It's so funny, because I know it bothers him. One time, oh my god, so, okay, the day I met you, Black Friday, or like Thanksgiving night, he was wearing cowboy boots, like white cowboy boots, and it was the best. It was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. It was just, they looked very Mexican, and I told him that. I'm like, no offense, but those look very Mexican, are you? Is that the ethnic look you're going for on Thanksgiving? And I can tell he was embarrassed, and it was the best thing ever. He's a good friend of mine. I mean, I'd never hang out with him outside of work, but he's a good friend when we're at work together. And I'm even afraid to text him now that he doesn't work there, because I'm like, well, we've always been work friends. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to take the next step. Of course, I'm like always willing to be friends with people, but I don't know. He's got a brick wall around himself that I don't know if he'll let me in. He will, but I'm just too, I don't know. I'll make it work one day. I have his number. I don't think his husband likes me. Like, his husband just... Actually, he might. He actually thought the thing I was saying the other day... Okay, so one day, I had a guest service shift, and I think Veronica was watching the front, and... So I was at guest service. It was dead. It was like completely dead, like worse than last night. If you were there last night, you would have killed yourself. I wanted to kill myself. It was that bad. It was so dead. The new LOD was just, well, let me finish the story and then I'll tell you about the new LOD. So, the story that I'm trying to tell you is, oh yeah, I'm making great progress. I'm like almost at San Marcos Boulevard. I'm gonna be there early. Oh, wait. Okay, the story I was about to tell you was, so I was at guest service and he came in, and him and his husband came in. I don't know what the fuck I think they were returning something. And so I stopped by guest service, and Victor's like, Zaid, are you on your, like, oh wait, no. He was like, Zaid, are you texting? And then I'm like, no, I'm looking at porn. And then his husband just died laughing. And I thought it was funny too. I couldn't believe that I said that. with my luck, like, the LOD would be right behind me. But yeah, I wasn't looking at porn. What was I doing? I was looking at, who knows what I don't even use my phone that often. Like, I'm one of those people that if you cut off my internet and gave me like $100,000 to not use internet for a year, I would I would do it in a heartbeat. I'd be like, I'll do it for $80,000. And then they'll be like, okay, dumbass, okay. But yeah, I don't care that much about technology, although I use it all the time. But I can go without it, I think. Would you like to join me? We should go without it for like a month. But then I can't contact you. Okay, what if you use one of those, like, what if we use smoke signals? Or you know what I have? I have this cool laser light that it's military grade, so it's not legal, but if I were to, and I have, aimed it at the sky, you can see it from like across vista. Like, you'll see a giant ass green light in the sky. And I've tested it. I've had a friend that lives like 3 miles away. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna flash the light in the air, look west. And then she was like, oh shit, it's there. And I was so happy. Sorry, I needed to get out of that standstill before I got hit. Anyway, oh look, another, oh my god, you know the car carrying rigs I was talking about earlier? This one has 2 cars on top and a boat on the bottom and a car behind the boat. And it looks way sketchier than the original one. Like, they're barely tied down. I think they use like yo-yo string for that. I don't know. I don't know how things work. I was proud of myself just fixing a Keurig, which is like, I don't know. It's like coffee making 101. You should be able to fix your coffee maker. So ever since I ate a jalapeno granola bar, it wasn't even a granola bar. It was like a jalapeno bar with nuts. It wasn't, I don't know what it was held together with. It was something weird. I liked the way it tasted initially, but then it just got kind of funky on me. But anyway, like, the whole point of it was I felt really badass. I'm like, I'm gonna have jalapenos for breakfast. That'll bring a spice to my day. But they weren't even that spicy. But, well, they were in the worst possible way, because I have a jalapeno stuck in my fucking throat. Like, I've had it since noon when I had breakfast. And I even had lunch and it's still like stuck to my throat. And this is a horrible, people are merging out of the blue, and this is not a good orderly way to get on the freeway for people coming off of San Marcos Boulevard. So what I'm gonna do, since I'm just ranting about random shit lately, I'm probably just gonna cut out the boring parts, and then I'll continue this after I come back from class. I have all these errands to do, which will be fun. I think I might like cut my hair a little bit. Not cut it, just like get it trimmed. I won't do it myself, obviously. Last time I did that, I don't know if I told you the story. I'll probably tell you in person, but I ended up bald. Like, completely bald, and it was a nightmare. Okay, now I'm gonna go. Okay, there's like 4 car carrying rigs. I wish I knew the name for it, since I've been using it a lot today. Anyway, getting off the exit. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you about the LOD last night. So, he was like, I don't know what his deal was, but everyone disliked him because he was very cold and robotic, and his name was Brandon, so it kind of like, it feels like every Brandon is cold and robotic. I actually know another Brandon that's cold and robotic too, so it's like, Brandons are very cold and robotic. It's just, it comes with the name. He acted like he really didn't want to be there. Like, even after work, Anthony messaged me, he's like, dude, that guy. I'm like, yeah, that guy. Like, we didn't even have to say anything else. We knew what each other was talking about. That guy. Oh, this is fun. I love speeding through here. Watch, there's probably a cop around the corner. I'm gonna go the longer way because there's it's hard to explain, but it's a 55-mile-an-hour road, and there's always rear-ended people like on the side of the road because it just suddenly comes to a red light and everyone like stomps on their brakes. And it's like the road right next to the school, so like it's all these college students texting, not paying attention. I feel unsafe just videotaping, but that's just the old man in me. Yeah, so that guy was very cold, and he was like, he acted like he didn't want to be there, and like he never answered the walkie when people called for him. And he's from another store, so apparently he's been working at Target for like, I'd assume at least a year. He's just like trusted to just cover another store's LOD shift. Oh my god, this car's drum brakes are painted. Ew. Anyway, of course, when I get to school, I'm all spaced out. I had coffee before I left. It was actually really gross. It's one of those, it's a K-cup for Starbucks, iced coffee that's already sweetened, and you just pour it like you have it brewed over ice. And the concept sounds amazing because I tried the Snapple kind with Snapple tea brewed over ice, but the Starbucks kind is just really gross. It just, oh my god, it was disgusting. But I'm like halfway through the pack of it, and I might just get it unsweetened next time, but still get the same exact kind because it actually has way more caffeine than the usual stuff I get. Although I don't feel it yet. I don't know if I feel it or not. I'm very awake today. I slept for 11 hours. I feel so bad that you didn't get any sleep. Like, of course, like, wow, that's actually, that's a cool truck. That's a very cool truck. So, in front of me, there was this, like, old 50s Chevy truck. And I didn't think much of it because from the back, it was like, whatever. But now that I'm looking at it from the side, it totally looks like a hot-rodded truck. I love this. I want one. I'm not a truck guy. If I had a truck, I would lift it. I would not hot-rod it like that. But maybe if I had enough money, I would have two trucks. And I'd have a hot-rodded one, and I'd have a regular one. Now, obviously, I'd have a car, too, and that shit will be, like, amazing. But I don't mind trucks. I'm not a truck guy, but my dream would be to have, like, one or two cars and maybe a truck for off-roading and carrying dirt bikes to the desert. I'm stuck behind the car that has the audacity to paint their drum brakes yellow. Like, how trashy is that sound? It's trashier than it sounds. Can I get around it without scraping my wheels? Yeah, I can. The camera with my sun visor the whole time? I hope not. The sun's been in my eyes the whole time. I can't really see what I hope no, the camera is pointed at me. I can see it that much. I don't know why people buy GoPros and stuff. This is totally fine. Like, unless you're gonna surf with it or something, which is actually pretty cool, but I'm not cool enough to experience that because surfboards are expensive and I'm very clumsy and it just will not work with my lifestyle yet. Come on. Go, 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 go. Fine, I will go. I'm at school at 3:50. This is a miracle. My class starts at 4. Of course, all the cool cars park in the back. I'm not gonna and my car isn't as cool as an M3. Oh, M4. Sorry about that, Mr. BMW. So yeah, I'm here. I might resume this video. Oh, that's sick. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so weird with cars. I'm not even gonna try to explain that. It was really sick. Yeah, my school has a bunch of like cool kids with awesome cars. More like rich kids that happen to have okay taste. Okay, so yeah, I'm probably gonna try to resume this when I'm back from class. I hope we don't have to do like this whole group thing because I hate that. Sorry, I dislike that. I didn't park too straight. But yeah, I hope we don't have to do that because people in my class are not very talkative. I hate trying to make people talk. I hate being the group member that's always like, come on guys, let's do this. It'll feel like I'm working. Okay, well, I'll resume this possibly, or maybe not. We'll see.